Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona, where it is a super fantastic, sparkling, thankful Thursday. I am just on a quick break from my class this morning, so I thought I would jump on, say hi, and just check in with you guys. How you doing? It's been a very busy week. Wow, that's all I can say. But I am my big gratitude this week is that I'm grateful that I am able to be on this class. I am learning so much information, and I'm also learning how where's my book? How this book, the Genealogy Standards, fits in with doing research. It's actually kind of interesting how that fits in with doing research, writing reports, and all of that. So I'm now starting to get into report writing, which is kind of cool because I like to write. So this is going to, although this one involves a lot of footnotes, and I'm not so sure about footnotes because, yeah, I just want at writing footnotes, but I am learning how to write footnotes so I can become an expert at footnotes. But the other thing with footnotes too is that the footnotes are all citations. And I was like, oh, citations. Nope, this week we are going to be grateful for the citations. We are going to be grateful for the learning on how to write them correctly. But when I'm writing the citations, I go flashing back to when I was a librarian and when I was a school librarian at school. And in school, students were able to be librarians. And we're back. Sorry about that. It said I had a weak internet connection. I'm like, okay. So when I was growing up in middle school and high school, I was allowed to be a school librarian. And we actually had a school librarian who was the head of the library, but students were able to go in there, volunteer their time, and help out and learn the library trade. Then, of course, when I was in the Royal New Zealand Air Force, I was a librarian there as well, although we were known as publication specialists because we were more than just librarians. We kept books up to date, we created the manuals, and it wasn't just a library we were keeping. We had several different libraries. We had the media library, which was all your microfiche, your microfilms, your reel-to-reel films. We started getting VHS videotapes in. Yes, this is dating me. It was 1984. If you really want to know. And then we had our technical libraries, which were all the technical manuals that they needed for training. We also had the Air Force and the Defense manuals, which we had to keep updated. We had some that were related to aircraft, which really you had to be very cautious about updating those, especially if you were handwriting in numbers instead of replacing pages. And then you had to be careful about pasting pages. And then we had the recreation library, which is like your public library. So we had a wide variety of things. But the thing that reminds me about the sources and citations is typing up the catalog cards for every book that came in. There was a certain way we had to do fiction ones, and then we had two for fiction. I remember we had the author, one by the author and one by the title, and then under the non-fiction, we had the one by the Dewey Decimal Number. Yes, I had to learn that system too. 924 for biographies and autobiographies. Sorry, that one just always stuck in my head. Go figure. Let's see. So there was one by the Dewey Decimal Number, one by the subject, one by the author, one by the title, and we had a fifth one because there were 5 that we had to write out for a non-fiction book. And that is what all these citations reminds me of, is going back, because it was a very similar format for a citation as it was for putting out the catalogue card. So that was kind of interesting to learn that. So I'm grateful for that background. And because of the manifesting, I'm doing a lot of memories are coming up. So this course is also adding to those memories as well. I can't write them down fast enough. I honestly cannot write them down fast enough. I'm sort of like, what? And in the morning when I'm doing my manifesting thing, we have to do our journaling, and boom, another memory will come up and that story just flows out. So my book is literally writing itself during the manifesting challenge. So it's kind of cool and scary at the same time. But anyway, I got to go. We're about to head back. We've got Ancestry on this afternoon about the professionals, being a professional genealogist with Ancestry. So I'm looking forward to hearing that one. That's on our lunch break. Coming up in about 30, it's going to be on in 40 minutes, that presentation. So I got to go back. I got a 30-minute rest of this one that we're looking at, and then I'm on to the lunch break one, which is going to be talking about being an Ancestry professional genealogist. And I was like, ooh, that'll be cool. Maybe I could volunteer with them for a while, work with them for a bit and get more experience and everything else, and get to know the ins and outs of Ancestry.com. So like, that would be awesome. Anyway, I got to fly. Have a super fantastic sparkling day. We'll catch you guys back here this evening. I honestly can't remember if I have a class tonight or not. I know I took a break last night. I do have homework I have to do tonight, but I will make sure I get to talk to you guys this evening at some point. So have a super fantastic sparkling day. Don't forget to be grateful in any and all situations. Hei konara.